All right, we teased it at the top of the show, and I'm going to tease it now. One of the greatest country gospel groups to ever walk this earth is here in Waco tonight, playing at the Waco Hippodrome. Joe Bonzo joins me via Skype to talk about not only the show tonight, Joe, but how did this whole thing started? You guys are from all over the country. How did you guys come together and form this band called the Oak Ridge Boys?
Well, Brian, suffice to say there's a long history behind that before any of us ever got here. We carry more history to the stage, I think, than any other group in the business. The original Oak Ridge Quartet started during World War II. And throughout the 50s, they changed their name to the Oak Ridge Boys, and William Lee Golden joined that group in 1965. He's the guy with the long hair and the beard. And Dwayne Allen, the lead singer, joined the group in 66. The bass boy, Richard Sturban, joined in 72, and I joined the group in 1973. I'm the new guy.
You're the new guy.
So there was an Oak Ridge Boys before any of us got here, but the four of us have maintained this group since 73, singing together, and it's been quite a ride. It's quite a miracle. God's been good to us.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of the other artists that have been so influential on you guys that actually early on helped you get out there and maybe took you on the road with them. Let's name some names here.
Well, in our gray area years, during the middle 70s, before we started having any real big hit records, which started in 77 with the great song Y'all Come Back Saloon. Before that, we were really struggling to keep it all above water. And guys like Johnny Cash and Roy Clark and Mel Tillis, I can name Freddie Fender, Jimmy Dean, all those guys we worked with quite a bit in those days, and they all believed in us and took us on the road, especially Johnny Cash, man. Took us on the road with him, paid us more than we were worth, encouraged us every day to keep it together because there was magic in this group. And if you guys give up on yourselves, nobody will ever realize what I realize, and that's that the Oak Ridge Boys are part of the future of country music. And we stuck it out because Johnny Cash told us to, and he was right. Here we are in the Country Music Hall of Fame with Johnny Cash. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And of course, you were inducted into that Hall of Fame how long ago? Was it
October of 2015.
2015, there you go. What was that like to step on that stage of what is the epitome of the greatest and to take that award and get inducted to the Hall of Fame?
I think you said it right. It's the greatest of the greatest. You know, we've been fortunate to be inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 2002. Dwayne Allen is a member of the Texas Country and Texas Gospel Music Hall of Fames. William Lee is a member of the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Me and Richard are both enshrined in the Philadelphia Music Hall of Fame. And the Country Music Hall of Fame tops it all. To be in that rotunda with all of those people on that wall is the most amazing honor one could possibly imagine. I'm still not over it, and it's been almost 5 years now.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let's talk about the gospel, the faith aspect of your music and how important that has been on longevity of your career. But not only that, but what kind of impact that has on your fan base.
Well, we pay tribute to Southern gospel every single night on our show and do 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes gospel songs. And our roots and our heritage reside in Southern gospel music, man. That's where we learned how to sing. We're the only, if you think about it, we're like the only 4-part harmony group in country music today. There is no other. And it's just us. And we're still out there and we're still singing. And the gospel feel that, you know, a lot of our songs, I mean, you just listen to some of them. I'll say, "You're the one in a million." All right, just listen to it. It's gospel singing in a way, and that's kind of really what we are. I've always said throughout the years, even through our big heyday years in the early 80s, we're just an old gospel quartet singing country music with a rock and roll attitude, and I think that still applies today.
I like that. And of course, you guys have sold over 41 million records worldwide, which is something we were talking about today on the show. That is not streams. That's actual, you know, back in the day, right, Joe, that people had to go to a record store and buy the record, the cassette, the 8-track tape, whatever it's been. I can only imagine if you had the technology back then that we do today, that 41 million might be 81 million.
Well, I guess that's possible. You know, there's a lot of things that are so different today with the technology. And, you know, 80% of the music today is streamed online. And I mean, I do, you know, I listen to all kinds of music that I stream into my iTunes and so forth, and Apple Music and all of that. But yeah, you're probably right, man. Who knows what the figures might have been.
Yeah.
I know that Elvira is probably responsible for probably 7-8 million of those album sales. And back in 1981, Elvira was like the biggest selling 45 ever to come out. And it sold like 3 million copies of just a little, you know, by the way, kids, a 45 is a little round record with a big hole. It's not a gun.
Yeah, it's not a gun.
I had to go over that with my grandson once.
Yeah, well, the record player. Of course, vinyl is coming back to a certain degree, so who knows? Maybe these original classics will be played once again. Hey, Joe, what is the secret to staying on the road for so long? You guys are close, you're tight-knit, you've got families. What is the one thing that has really made this whole band stay together?
Well, we've learned how to balance the family and the road. You know, we've become really good at that after all of these years. And as far as the four guys go, and even our band and crew, man, there's just never a bad word. As we've gotten older, there's just no weird egos, no baggies, no anything. It's just very simple. Get on the bus and let's go sing. We're in Waco today. Hey, let's sing tonight. That's what the Oak Ridge Boys are all about. That's what we do. That's what we love doing. And we carry so much history of this group with us that to a man, nobody wants to see it end. So I guess we'll be doing this till we drop.
That's the way I think you would want to go, actually, is do it until you drop. It all happens tonight at the Waco Hippodrome. It's a great facility to see a live show. The information is on your screen. You can go to the oakridgeboys.com if you want to get more information on tour dates and, of course, download the music and just read a ton of stuff. The bios on you guys are so long. We don't have enough hours in this show to do that. Joe, we certainly appreciate your time today, and we look forward to seeing you tonight.
Well, thank you, Brian, and thank your staff for hanging with me here. I had a little technological problem in the beginning, but you fixed it, and we're there. And it was nice to see what Amanda was wearing. Yeah,
and Amanda's a huge fan, by the way. She freaked out when she knew you guys were coming on the show. So he was happy to see what Amanda was wearing. That's cute. Joe, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, brother. God bless, man.
God bless. There you go. Man, love that guy. All right, stick around. Plenty more ahead.